What is going on, everybody? It's your boy DC NBA here, and today I am back with another video. And today we are going to be talking about the Battle of LA Part 2. For all of you that don't understand what that means of the season, the Clippers and Lakers are both two of the best teams in the league, and they are going to be battling out for the number one spot in the Western Conference and a chance at the NBA title. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. It really helps me out. The goal is to reach 5K by the end of the year, so there's only one way to do that, and that's by you guys supporting me. So without further ado, let's get right into this. So, first off, we're going to be talking about the Clippers. Currently, they are second in offensive rating, 16th in defensive rating, and third in net rating. What that really means, their offense is really good, defense is okay, and overall, they're one of the better teams in the league. So far this season, they have been one of the best three-point shooting teams in the league. They're currently number one in three-point percentage. They're also third in field goal percentage, and also first in free throw percentage. That just means they're making their shots, doing really good. Fantastic to see. As we know and kind of figured out from their defensive rating, their defense this season hasn't been superb. They've been allowing a lot of two-pointers and allowing them at a pretty high rate of 54.4%, which is not good at all. They're towards the bottom of the league. They are also one of the worst rebounding teams, and rebounding is kind of just like a group effort because they don't really have like a big man down there to get the boards and stuff. Serge Ibaka has been pretty good this season, as I'm talking about their big man. And he's been good, but he hasn't been the amazing rim protector that I think everyone kind of hyped him up to be before when he got signed. And yeah, Zubac also, he's like a solid enough rim protector, but he's not like playing big minutes because he can't space the floor, doesn't really have an offensive game. So it's kind of like pick your poison with Serge and Zubac. Serge Ibaka is still a really good player, still very solid, really good defender. He just hasn't been like one of the best shot blockers in the league, rim protectors. But we weren't really expecting that. So next we're gonna move on to Lou Will, who has not been great this season. He went from averaging 18 points per game and 6 rebounds. I'm at 6 assists. My bad. To just averaging like 8 points and 3 rebounds, pretty bad shooting splits, and obviously we know he can't bring anything defensively, so it's kind of sad to see. He's only getting like 19 minutes per game. Hopefully he can figure it out, but it might just be father time getting to him. But hopefully he can figure it out. Still be one of the better six mans in the league. So next, we're going to be talking about Nicholas Batum, who has been fantastic so far and been probably one of the most surprising players in the league so far this season. He went from being almost to what it seems like out of the league to being one of the best players. Let's not meet. I can't speak. Let's not get ahead of myself. But he went from being like almost out of the league to being a pretty good starter on one of the best teams in the league. So far this season, he's averaging 10 points per game, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, on an insane 68% true shooting, and that's 50% from the field, 45% from 3. Insane. He's doing really good. The reason this team has been as good as they have been is because Kawhi and PG has been putting in that work. They've been one of the best duos in the league. And especially for Paul George, who, we really criticized a lot during the playoffs. He obviously did not have a good playoff run, but he said he was going to come back better, and he has so far. He's averaging 24 points per game, 6 rebounds and 5 assists, which is really nice because they do really need a playmaker. So him, helping out in that department really helps out. He's shooting crazy efficient, 50% from the field, 48% from 3, 90% from the free throw line, and he's still playing near all NBA defense. crazy to see. And then also Kawhi has been having an amazing season. We all knew he was going to, but he's really stepped it up. More so in the playmaking department, because everything else we kind of knew what he is about. Also, he's shooting really good from 3. He's currently averaging 26 points per game, 6 rebounds. I'm at 6 assists and 5 rebounds on an insane 50, 42, 90 shooting splits. And obviously, these percentages are probably not going to continue for either of these guys. But if both of them can really just keep up to high 40s for their field goal percentages and high 30s for threes, which I feel like is very possible, they're going to be one of the hardest duos to guard, especially because either of these guys can just give you 30, 35 a night. Both of them could on the same night. And both of them are going to play amazing defense throughout. It's really scary to see what the Clippers can really continue to do this season. So next we're going to be talking about the Lakers and just breaking them down a little bit. Currently the Lakers are 7th in offensive rating, 1st in defensive rating, and 1st in net rating. What this means, the Lakers have one of the better offenses in the league, the best defense in the league, and they're net rating wise the best team in the league. And if you're looking at I was looking at all the stats for the Lakers, and they're really not bad at like anything. They're either like average, above average, or great at everything, and it's just kind of insane to see that, because even with the Clippers, they do have some things that are bad about them, but the Lakers just balance out their roster so well. It's kind of insane to see, because the Lakers are a pretty average three-point shooting team. They don't take that many, but they shoot a really good percentage when they do. Even inside the three-point line, they take more two-pointers, and like they take more two-pointers than they do three-pointers. A lot of people do that. I'm not really surprised, but they just, I don't know, they're shooting good from inside the three-point line, inside the paint, pretty good. They get to the line like league average. They shoot league average from the free throw line. But then when they really come out, they're a top 5 rebounding team in the league, and obviously one of the best defensive teams in the league. So yeah, Lakers, they're pretty good. I don't know if you knew that or not, but so far this season, their new additions have played pretty well. Dennis Schroeder has been pretty good so far. Efficiency-wise, he wasn't what he was last season, but I think last season was just a career year for him. I think he'll still continue to play a little bit better so far. He's currently averaging 13, 4, and 4. Really good, really solid. Just another playmaker, scorer for the Lakers to have. Montrezl Harrell has also been really good for the Lakers. He's averaging 14 points, 7 rebounds, shooting 63% from the field. Pretty good. A solid backup big man for them. And then they also have Marc Gasol, who's been playing pretty well statistically. He looks like a bum. Looks like he shouldn't be out there. But the spacing, defense, and leadership that he does bring to this team is so impactful. So that's good to see there. Also, Wesley Matthews has been solid. Just, another rotation 3-and-D player. Pretty good so far. And kind of going on with that, the Lakers do have a lot of depth this season, and just a lot of scoring options and a lot of solid defenders. And, similar to the Clippers, Clippers also have like a really good bench, really good scoring options for them, for sure. And last season, the Lakers really just had the huge question of, like, who's going to be the third option? Who could be able to step up if they're having a bad night? And now it's just kind of, like, actual question, like, who's the third option? Because they just got so many people who can score the ball and play pretty well for them, because one night it could be Schroeder, one night it could be Montrezl Harrell, maybe it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, maybe it's Kuzma. Like, some nights, kind of just depends, but they kind of figured out that, and figured out just kind of how good they really are as a team. And the thing is that the scariest part about this whole Lakers team is that they still have the best player and the best duo in the league. And the bad part about that is that they're only playing 32 minutes a game, which is insane. Because obviously, like, the Lakers are still one of the best teams in the league, and their two best players have been playing that much. So it's kind of scary to see that. We all know what they're capable of doing. LeBron and Anthony Davis. And obviously, LeBron's the best player in the league. No doubting that. LeBron is currently averaging 25, 8, and 8 on 49% from the field, 41% from 3, and 71% from the free throw line. LeBron's having his best three-point shooting season of his career. Great to see that. Only getting better. Anthony Davis is kind of having a down year statistically, but he's averaging 22, 9, and 4 on 54% from the field, 37 from 3, 73 from the free throw line. It's just kind of great to see Anthony Davis kind of taking a step back and just willing to just, let other guys like Schroeder and Harold get their numbers up too. And, Anthony Davis obviously still one of the best defenders in the league. He's really been expanding his three-point range, taking a career high in threes, making a really good percentage of them. So it's just great to see that LeBron AD aren't going anywhere as the best duo in the league. So yeah, now we're just going to be talking about these two teams going against each other, what I expect to see. Obviously, both of these teams are going to be at the top of the Western Conference, and they are so far. They're the 1 and 2 seed, and they are the 1 and 2 seed by a lot. So scary to see that. The Clippers have looked so much better this season, but I'm just kind of worried about if their shooting can continue because they've been shooting at an insane rate. Again, I don't really think that'll continue at the rate it is, but I still think they'll be one of the better three-point shooting teams in the league. Another question you also have to ask is can Paul George continue to be consistent? Because if he continues to average like 23, 24, 5 and 5, that's going to be great for this team. And then, I don't know. I'm just kind of also worried about the Clippers and their paint protection in a 7-game series against the Lakers, who have a phenomenal post scorer in Anthony Davis and one of the best slashers of all time in LeBron James. So you just kind of wondered if the Clippers will be able to guard that, especially because obviously on the perimeter, fantastic with Paul George and Kawhi, but again, questioning their paint and their rim protection indeed. Another question, is Ty Lue going to be good enough to outcoach Frank Vogel? Because in a playoff series, that's what it comes down to, because these teams are very similarly matched talent-wise, so coaching is going to be a big factor. And then now some questions for the Lakers. Are they going to be able to stop both Kawhi and PG? They're having good nights because, they obviously are the best defensive team in the league, but when it comes down to it, do they have the perimeter defenders to stop both of them? Obviously, you would think, LeBron can guard him, but LeBron, is getting kind of older. Can he do that in a 7-game series against two of the best offensive players in the league? Who knows? Anthony Davis also can guard one of them. Not too big of a deal, but if they get switched on to, like, a Kuzma, like, the help, they're going to have to, get helped out and stuff. So you just kind of wonder if, PG and Kawhi could be too much for them defensively. And honestly, kind of what this series would come down to is which duo plays better. And honestly, that's really what it's going to come down to, because obviously both of these teams have good supporting casts. But if Paul George plays poorly again in the playoffs, they're not beating the Lakers. If LeBron has a bad series, the Clippers are going to win. So, it's tough to see, but, we'll probably see this in the Western Conference Finals, hopefully. And if we do see that, my pick's going to be the Lakers to beat them. again, I just think that they have so many options offensively that the Clippers can't really guard them all. Even though they have a lot of good one-on-one defenders, but I just don't believe in them to be able to guard LeBron, Anthony Davis, Dennis Schroeder, Montrezl Harrell, um, all those guys. Also, again, Lakers are going to be attacking the paint a lot on them, and I just don't know if the Clippers are going to be able to handle that. Also, they're going to have the best player in the series, and LeBron in the playoffs, scary. So, yeah, yeah, that's going to be the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. All my links will be down in the description if you want to go check those out. My Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.